I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psychacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the subject of today's short talk is the truth about romance, tragedy. So this is the second part in my series of talks about romantic love. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a facet of romantic love that has really been staring you in the face your entire life, but which you may not have adequately appreciated. Here it is. Every romance is a tragedy. They all, every single one of them, end in death. Romances never have happy endings. This is not an accident. It's not like the lovers simply had the bad fortune of dying at the end of their stories. Death is actually an essential feature of romantic love. Remember, romantic love is actually the secularization of a religious doctrine which elevates the purity of spiritual love. Within the romantic conceptualization, there is always something inherently unsatisfying about love as it is practiced on the material plane. No matter how close the lovers become, they will always exist as two hearts in two bodies, which, despite their closeness, feels like an infinite distance. So love on this planet will always involve some degree of separation from the adored. This is at odds with the ultimate goal of romantic love, which again is secularized worship, namely to achieve perfect and lasting union with the beloved. Now, in traditional religion, the beloved is God, and believers hope to achieve this perfect and lasting union with God after they die, where they will exist in everlasting harmony with their Creator. And while practitioners of romantic love have exchanged a human being for the divine as the object of their adoration, their goal remains the same, namely to achieve perfect and lasting union with the beloved, which can only occur after they die. In the romantic conceptualization, death is actually the desired outcome, though the lovers themselves are generally unconscious of this goal, because it is only in death where two can achieve a permanent, lasting union as one. In its opposition to marriage, which represents life in the generation of children, romantic love can be seen as a kind of death cult that promotes the supernatural, spiritual love over the natural, everyday human relationships. This is why every classical romance ends in death, not marriage. That's the classical definition of a comedy. And since classical romance is a psychologically accurate but emotionally unpalatable idea, we created a whole new genre of stories, the romantic comedies, to avoid these unpleasant feelings. Unfortunately, these stories aren't really grounded in any kind of psychological reality, and so provide a grossly unrealistic template of love and relationships to contemporary audiences. What do you think about all this? Remember to like, rate, and review this episode. Remember to subscribe and hit that like button for the algorithm. And if you'd like to schedule a consultation, you can reach me at psychackspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.